G'day folks, this is the business growth checklist I've been talking about and I wanted to share with you. So you can use this yourself, you can make a copy, you can do with it what you will. This is a free resource. Look, it's not the be all and end all, it's just our thoughts on things that we've discussed with businesses over the years, areas that I think you should focus on, and simply a format that you can work through systematically and get wins. So these areas are not necessarily all the most appropriate for your business. It's just a cross section of things that we found useful, and we think that if every business went through this entire checklist each month, like sit down with the key people, maybe you outsource some of these things, maybe maybe it's just you, maybe it's a team of people, but work through this and look, you can adjust it, you can adapt it for your own needs as you go. And that's fine. You can. I don't even mind if you take off the logo and put your own stuff on there. This is yours to have. So, but this video is just to add some context and some thinking about each section, because it might only take one or two of these areas with some analysis and thought and planning and work to grow your business dramatically. So let's get into it. And of course, this is a YouTube video, so if you want to comment below and ask questions, that's fine. We'll get back to you. This spreadsheet will be in the description as well, so you can grab a copy. Just go up. You'll see if you go to File, you can make a copy yourself. So do that when you want to. So I'll leave my talking head up there. Why not? So this is down below. There's a few links which might be useful, but let's stick up here for now. So the first thing that we would advise people to do is to simply look at everything. Just look at all the current assets that you've got, whether that's a LinkedIn page, a Google Business Profile, a website, an email list, TikTok account, whatever. And just ask yourself the questions. I might just shrink myself actually. Ask yourself the questions of, what's working, what's not, where are our leads coming from? You should be asking every client or customer that comes to your business, how did you hear about us? And really figure out, what's working, what's not, and just remove all the emotion, remove any pre-existing ideas you've got, and think, okay, what's going well and what's not going well, or what could improve. And then think about the resources, the time, the money, the people that you've got, and think, can we double down, triple down? Should we go way harder at this thing rather than that thing? Now, I believe if every business looked at this question deeply every month, they'd win, because usually we've got some emotional attachment to something we've been doing because it might have been our idea, or it's your best mate running your Google ads, or whatever it is. Remove all of that and just look at the data and where your customers are coming from, and also longer term things like the customers that came from Facebook versus the customers that came from your email list, for example, or a Google ad. Are they staying on? Are they referring people? Are they repeat customers? These are things you need to look at. Just going to pause for one moment. Okay, so the second thing we would look at is to revisit your email strategy. Now, I know that not every business is using email. That is a fact of life. And I'd argue that the vast majority of businesses could or should be using email. However, sometimes you're not, and that's okay. But if you are, again, look at the data. What did we send out? What worked, what didn't work? What was our open rate? What was our click-through rate? What was our frequency? What sales came through? So have a good strategic think about your email strategy. Right, sorry about that short pause, folks. Look, this video really is just for you. It's not about the YouTube algorithm, so if it's a bit stop-startish, I do apologize for that. So the email strat is something that, look, lots of businesses outsource email to small businesses, so you can just jump on the phone or whatever, Zoom call with your email person. If you're doing it yourself, just dive into the data and see what's been going on. I firmly believe that most businesses have got about 5 key areas where they need to do well to get new leads and sales. There's, Google Business Profile, that's Google Search, that's Google Ads, social media, email, apart from the non-digital things like word of mouth, pardon me, etc. So email usually is something that I believe people should focus on. So dive into that. The third thing is now this sort of relates back to question 1, but It's broader than that. So look at where your best customers come from. Look at all the places they come. Was it word of mouth? To ask everybody. So this, going back one step, when we get a new client, usually, it's not because they're good or bad at the game of business, they just haven't thought of it. Usually people don't actually dive into every new customer or client to say, where did you find out about us? I mean, McDonald's don't do it. Most restaurants don't do it. So cafes don't do it. They just serve you your drink and off you go. So finding out where people are coming from is well worth it, because sometimes you'll be surprised. You go, oh, wow, we're getting lots of shout outs from our existing clients in a local Facebook group, whatever it might be. So figure out that sort of stuff and then you'll win, because look, it's just knowing from experience, I've worked with dozens and dozens and dozens of businesses now, and people aren't generally across this at a level they should be. So simply find out more about where customers are coming from and where your good customers are coming from too. You're always going to have your rock star customers who have a long lifetime value. Find out where they come from, the people who refer. The next point is your SEO and Google Business Profile. So SEO meaning Google search, GBP meaning Google Business Profile for your local SEO. So if you have a local business, look at your Google Business Profile data, look at where you're ranking, look at how many calls and website clicks you're getting, compare yourself to your local competition, look at your SEO, look at your website, look at your Google Search Console, look at your website data, what's been happening, what have you done, what's coming up, what's the plan. So when we report to a client ourselves, we talk about the 3 Ds, the data, what we've done, and what we're doing next. That once per month video to our clients, which is often as short as 10 minutes, gives people a really good heads up on those 3 Ds, that what we've done, what's the data, and what are we doing next. So if you've done nothing in this space, then maybe it's not important to you, but in our experience, however, we are a Google-centric business, there's a lot to get from Google, whether that is your Google search or your Google ads or your Google Business Profile. Maybe there's some blog posts you can write. Maybe there's some guest posts you can produce. Maybe there's some niche edits you can purchase, links you can buy. Maybe there is some updates, some video you can get on your website. Maybe you can build a new website. There's a gazillion things you can do. Just review that every month. How are we going on Google Search and Google Business Profile? And what have we done? What are we doing next? The next one is a social media audit. So again, go into your social media specifically. Now for us, we have noticed, as I shoot this video in 2024, that LinkedIn is going really well for lots of our clients. Facebook is the engagement is down. Short video is going really well for people across, Instagram or TikTok or even Facebook Reels. Collaborations are working pretty well. Facebook pages are showing up on Google search, but they're not necessarily getting much traffic. Facebook groups have dropped in engagement, but they still can be great places for leads. So look at your social media. What's going on? We usually find that, and we've kind of held this belief probably for 5 years now, that most smaller businesses probably need to focus on 1 or 2 social media platforms mostly. Now you can jump onto a tool like Publer that we use and post things across multiple places. The name of the game is just to keep your finger on the pulse. Is this working for our business? We've definitely noticed as an SEO business that in the last year, social media activity is turning up on Google search, so it's helping SEO. If you Google your name, your own personal name, you'll find that your LinkedIn profile often comes up first. We've got clients whose Facebook pages rank. So there is definitely value in the social media work. Definitely is. But the idea is to review it constantly. Take away the emotion. You might have a huge Facebook group. Maybe it's done its dash. You have to remove the emotion and go, okay, what does the data now say? Is my time best spent here or elsewhere? Now, if we go to paid traffic, this could be Google Ads, this could be Meta, Facebook, Instagram. This could be something else. You might be running Bing ads, who knows? Review all the data, what improvements can be made. So if you're doing this yourself, then hopefully you're able to review data and make improvements. If you're outsourcing this, which we do strongly advise, I don't think any business that's bigger than one person should be doing paid traffic themselves. I simply don't believe that. Review the data. Go to your pay-per-click, your paid ad person. Ask the questions. What have you done? What's coming up? How can we improve? What's our click-through rate? What's our return on ad spend? Find a person that's good. Engage with them monthly. And engage for a long time. Do your homework. Get a good supplier. Make sure they're good. Check their reviews. Get them on your account. Talk to them month after month after month. Give it at least 6 months. Don't think this is going to turn your business around in 2 months. If it was that easy, everybody would be winning in business, and that's just simply not true. So ask the questions. What's the data looking like? How can we improve? What can we do? Just ask that every month. This could be a 10-minute phone call once a month. Okay, the next one to look at is reviews. Are we getting, referrals, my bad, referrals. Are we getting referrals? If we are, how, why, where? If we're not, why? Are we good enough? Are you sending out emails each week to ask people for feedback? Are you actively asking for referrals? Are you putting your Google review link in various places? Do you have a QR code on the front desk? There's a lot of things you can do. There's many, many methods you can employ to get referrals, not reviews. I keep getting those two mixed up, my bad. To get referrals, I've even got that back to front there. I better improve that. Getting referrals is a really important part of your business because it shows that people respect your work, they like your work, so much that they can endorse you. Huge, huge. Okay, now onto reviews. What's your method? You only need 1 or 2 ideas that work with getting reviews. A steady inflow of Google reviews is a massive bonus to your business for your Google business profile, your local SEO. People are savvy these days. They do their research. We've created a whole side project called Marketers List to help people do their research on marketers. And part of the onboarding for that is that people must show us independent third-party reviews, i.e. Google reviews, Facebook reviews. Because in the old days, people just made that stuff up and put it on their website. No, not good enough. You need to find independent third-party reviews when you're doing your homework, and you should be seeking an influx of these often. You need them to keep coming to elevate you, because people, if they see that you've had no reviews for 6 months, they're going to ask the question, are these guys even open? So every month, how many reviews did we get? How can we get more? Okay, so the next one, I'm just going to edit this now. So the next one is conversion rates. So what is a conversion rate? Conversion rate is basically leads divided by sales. Okay, so let's say you get 100 leads, but you only get 5 sales. That's a 5% conversion rate. Now, it's up to you to decide what is a lead. Is it a lead form on your website? Is it a message on Facebook? Is it a phone call? But leads versus sales. So if your conversion rate is 5%, for example, just track it. Just track it every month. What is our current conversion rate and how can we improve it? So this stuff's easy with Google Ads. For example, you can see how many times your ad was shown, then how many people clicked on the ad, and then how many people became sales. All of that is quite easy. But just across your business generally, if you know what your conversion rate is, simply knowing that is enough to improve it, because as humans, we see data, we simply want to make it better. Simply knowing what your conversion rate is will improve it. But then asking the questions over time, how can we make that better? Are we following up? Are we doing, have we got a robust process that helps us discover the right things from these people? Are we getting the right leads? Have we got the right people coming into our ecosystem? All of that stuff. You need to ask those questions, because as soon as you start to analyze that and problem solve and improve, life gets much easier. Sometimes, if you look at a website, for example, and you improve the calls to action on a website, so you make it easier for people to contact you and reach out, that can change a business dramatically. That can improve the outcomes of that business quite a long way. Okay, the next one in this process that we've got is the pricing. Are we up to par for pricing? Are we charging enough? How long since we've reviewed this? Now, a long time ago, I went to a Brad Sugar's workshop. This is about 20 years ago. And he said, look, if you forget everything here today at my business growth workshop, just go back to your business and increase your prices by 10%. Nobody will notice. And if anyone has a problem with that, well, then it's not really the price anyway. And we did that in our business we had at the time, and we simply made more profit, and nobody cared about the price. They just didn't even notice. So review your pricing often. As I shoot this, we're on the back of a couple of years of horrendous inflation. It's been a recession. So have a look at your pricing. I'll bet you that most of your suppliers have ramped up pricing. Are you still making the profit margins you need to run a robust business? This is really important, because if you're not making enough profit, you're going to eventually run into some major problems. So just ask that question. How are we going for pricing? Get out there, compare, contrast, do some research. Don't wait 3 years and then ramp up prices 30%. That might be a problem. Now, the last question we ask in this checklist is churn. Hugely important question, because what is the point of getting new leads and new sales and new customers if you're losing existing customers? Let's say you're a software business and you're onboarding 3 customers per month and there's big enterprise plans, but you're losing 2 per month because you don't onboard them very well, or you don't teach them how to use it very well, or you simply don't get in touch with them very often, or you have no retention strategy. Why are you losing customers? Or even if you're more of an e-commerce business, are people buying from us multiple times? If not, why not? If you've got some sort of a monthly recurring revenue thing, how long are they hanging around? Why aren't they staying longer? Often it's to do with customer experience and service and onboarding and usability and training, all that stuff. But just ask that question. What is our churn rate? Think of the bucket with the leak in the bottom. How can we fill that leak in the bucket? Okay, so that's the training video. I'm going to just highlight these 3 things down here. So yeah, feel free to comment below on the video and ask any questions. We will happily help you. If you need to reach out and email us, this is our contact form, so just email us. If you want to actually book a call, I'm expensive, but I will jump on a call with you and work through this stuff. Well, am I expensive? I don't know. Click on the link and find out. Tell me if you think it's expensive. If it makes 100 grand for your business, is it expensive? This one here is an extra free training called the Free Customer Program. I highly advise you to grab that. It's awesome. We've rolled that out for lots of people. And then over here is just our other YouTube videos. So grab those and enjoy. And thanks for watching. Bye for now.